What is that?
That's our theme song.
What? Oh, you mean boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. I thought you were singing
Oh, Toe Jam and Earl?
Yeah,
No.
you sounded like you were singing. That sounded pretty on point. Well, with that, hey y'all, welcome back. It's me. It's JD.
Y'all.
Hey y'all. It's me.
What's up, everybody? Paul here. How you doing?
Yes, and JD, I'm also here. We're here for a new podcast, babies. And with that, welcome. This is it. This is the JD and Paulcast. This is, I think, episode 48. Paul, we're almost at 50.
I had a brain blast, JD.
Brain blast me, bro.
Episode 50. You know what we're going to be talking about?
Being 50?
During episode 50, you know what's going to be happening during our 50th episode of this podcast?
Cyberpunk?
Hopefully.
What? Why? Cyberpunk comes out
The 10th in 2 weeks.
We would
so
be.
This is 48. Next week will be 49.
Well,
and then the week after,
we'll be talking about having played it. You think? Is that what you mean?
Yes, we're there. It's upon us. Unless we get those blasted yellow text or yellow wall with black text within this week, saying, wall. "Hey guys, yeah." If you go on Twitter, you see the Cyberpunk yellow with black text that indicates there's a delay. Hopefully, we don't see that this week.
I can't wait for you to play it, Paul. Are you gonna stream it, or is it just gonna be you solo play it by yourself?
I'm doing both. I'm doing a Corpo stream and then Street Kid playthrough for myself.
You're not gonna have time for both. Just do what makes you feel good, baby.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, isn't it gonna be hard to play it for yourself? Because like, what if you get a little further than your stream, and then your reactions aren't genuine on stream if you get further?
Well, I'll be playing two different stories. I'll be playing.
Are they two different stories?
Because like you have three different like origin stories, so how you start out the game.
Oh.
So it won't be the same, and so like depending on what you choose, depending on like who you talk to, your answers could be different, and the way you can solve problems would be different.
Oh. Depending
on how you started. So yeah, it'll be different enough.
Oh, never mind.
I'll be playing as a female on one, I'll be playing as a male on the other, and yeah.
I'm getting Mass Effect vibes from this. Femshep.
It's gonna be good, man. Femshep. Femv.
Do you know enough of the background of Cyberpunk to actually like be excited for the game, or is it just that you saw the game however long ago and now you're just like, I just want to play that thing?
It's kind of both. I remember back in the 90s, I remember seeing the tabletop books for Cyberpunk like at Barnes and Nobles, and I was like, this looks cool, but I never like understood what it was. So I was like, okay, cool. But then I started reading up like on the history and like the story of what's happening before the game, and I was like, oh, this universe is actually pretty dope. So yeah, and then I saw the E3 demo, and then the year before the E3 demo that I saw, I heard about the magnificent, glorious behind closed doors demo that people were talking about. I talked to TBH about that at that E3 because he told me about it. I was like, oh, okay. Cyberpunk.
Shout out to TBH. Shout out to TBH. Friend of the show on episode 7. He was
a billion. Yeah, he's one of our
like 12 guests. 12 years ago. He's one of our only guests. We don't do guests. Should we do guests?
Well, do we count Gabe and Belvin as guests, or do we? They're just like
they're guests. Yeah, they're homies, but recurring. I never thought about that. You know who once I told to be a part of our podcast? My friends at NZXT. They want the shout out to NZXT. The PC company. They built me a PC specifically for my new studio, and they want me on their podcast, and I was thinking it would be cool if they want us both. Maybe we can both talk if they've listened to our podcast, and then maybe
NZXT.
And then maybe we can have them on ours and we can talk PC stuff. You know a lot more about it than me. I did.
I love your products at ZXT.
I do too. I did. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm a grown up. I know how to put a graphics card into a PC now. I know how to switch out slots. I know how to upgrade RAM. I'm pretty savvy. Thank you, Paul.
Look at you knowing how to just click, pull.
Thank you. Click,
pull.
push
in.
Click, pull. Hear me banging down the back street. I still know how to. I still remember how to put the CPU in with the glue and stuff, but it's been a while.
Oh, you gotta get used to it. I'm due for an upgrade now.
CPU or graphics or what?
Like everything right now. Well, except for my RAM, because I just upgraded that, but I still have RAM laying around, so I'm good on that. But it's just like the new Ryzen stuff that's got to. I think it's supposed to be out, but you know, since pandemic times, nothing. It's out, but not really.
I was gonna say, what upgrades do you do to your PC to make it better? Because the PC that we built in 2015, I still use damn near the exact same it is. Like, it's only for gaming, so it has a 1080 Ti, so obviously it's missing graphical capabilities to give you, I assume, just ray tracing.
Ray tracing.
But is that the only thing? Like, because I skipped a whole generation of graphics cards. I didn't touch the 280s or the 270, is it 60, 70, 80?
You missed the 20. Yeah, well, you have a 2080 Ti. You have that.
I just put that in though.
You just got that. Okay.
I literally like the one, like this computer that I do our podcast off. I've been running a 1080 Ti for the last 2.5 years.
Which is still a good card. Still, it's actually a great card.
The 1080 Ti, you mean?
Yeah, 1080 Ti. It's really good for 1080p, but like as we are moving into like 4K as the standard, they're starting to go by the wayside.
You should do.
Technology's been moving fast.
You should do some you should do like if you do a setup of you customizing your PC, you should do that on your stream. You should like get your phone cam and aim it down, and you could use you seen that Epoch Cam thing with Elgato?
Yeah, I saw your video about that.
It's pretty cool. It's actually very, very legit.
So it works well, because like that's kind of my issues. Well, yeah, I have a what's it called? My spare PC PC is being built right now. It's in my garage, but I don't have service back there, so that's kind of the issue.
You can't build it in your office, in your house, in where you are right now, your bedroom?
Well, I don't have like space for it.
You got space. You just got to make space out of that space. But I was going to say, I'm talking about where your desk is. Like if you took down the computer that's on your desk right now and you wanted to upgrade it, all you need to do is like, well, I mean, honestly, you don't even need
to upgrade what I want to do. Like I'd have to get a new motherboard. I have to get a new CPU and then a graphics card. But everything else is, I have SSDs just laying around, so it's not like I'm hurting on memory.
No, and I mean, you could always you could stream off your phone and do 1080 60. That's what I did the other night. I was reacting to the. Oh, that's what we can talk about, bro. I forgot.
Oh my
god! I got to do a whole separate podcast solo for that. I mean, I need
shout out to Nate Robinson.
You know what's the most embarrassing part about him getting knocked down is today on his Instagram he posted the stupid ass monologue that my dad did in Friday. And I was like,
oh no.
I was like, nah, bro, don't. I was like, I was like,
you gotta embrace the meme.
Don't involve this. let that man's soul rest. Don't bring him into.
That picture Gabe sent us today was so funny.
Oh, the one with the old black people with all the
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
I just said the old black people. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and it looked like what's her name from the bus?
Harriet Tubman.
What's her name? Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks.
You know what? For black historical black figures have some pretty dope names.
Rosa Parks.
Harriet Tubman. Malcolm X. Back it up a little bit.
Wait.
You gotta back it up. You gotta back it up.
Wait.
You gotta back it up.
I can't.
It's out of focus, bro. You gotta back it up, son. There you go. God, that's so disrespectful. And look at look at Martin Luther King. Malcolm X is.
Yeah, shout out to Jake Paul, man.
No,
he's actually trying to be a fighter.
No, there's
no shout out.
No.
He knocked that boy down 3 times.
No.
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect
shit. That dude, he fought someone he didn't know how to fight. That's like, that's not impressive. He
beat him.
Ain't no shout outs, bro. Jake Paul is scumbag. I'm sorry.
So are you saying that you could fight Jake Paul?
If I knew how to box, I'd probably dog his ass. If I knew, I don't know how to box.
Yo, Mike Tyson, set it up. JD Witherspoon, Jake Paul.
That'd be a waste of his time. He would.
Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
Nah,
2.
I'm good. You teach me some Muay Thai and I'll take him down.
Oh, easy. Look. That's all you got to do is slap the knee.
You can't hear the slap of the knee because of your mic because it doesn't pick up those noises.
One more time.
There you go.
I learned that from Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Also, y'all, I don't know why, but all my computer's acting weird today, so Paul's gonna be laggy. But
I'm gonna be robotic. So
I told you stop moving so much, but you keep moving.
Got to throw the people off.
No, it does it automatically. It doesn't matter. So yeah, we talked Cyberpunk. Shout out to Nate Robinson. Shout out to Jake Paul for putting on. I'm not gonna lie.
Tyson still being scary.
Yeah, he was scary fast. I was terrified for Roy Jones, and Roy Jones kept doing the same little weird shoulder duck out punch. Shoulder duck out punch. He was like, I don't want none of that. I don't want no more of that.
I was really afraid for Roy Jones Jr. until Mike Tyson said the best line of the night, which was, everybody's scared for him. He stopped fighting 3 years ago. Why are they scared for me?
Yeah, I missed that, which I heard was hilarious. But hey, that was did you watch the whole thing, right? Majority of it.
I did watch the whole thing.
That was probably one of the first times I watched a boxing thing all the way through. I watched all the prelim matches, then I watched Jake Paul, Nate Robinson. I just don't understand what he was thinking, man. But I'll talk more.
He didn't block. That was the issue.
No, it wasn't even blocking. He was running. He was
running. Run right into the fist.
But my thing is, he got knocked down the first time. He got hit right there in the back of the head, and it was clean because he leaned into the punch. After the first hit, you would think he would say to himself, maybe I should slow down. Maybe I should. All right, let me get some distance. Maybe put him. Maybe I'll go lean on the ropes and duck and bob. He just kept running into him. I've never. I think he thought I can take a street fight to the boxing ring, and I was and also he's probably one of those dudes where it's like Scrappy Doo, hey, let me at him, and
yeah, and Jake Paul had the reach advantage on him because he's taller. So it's easier for him to just pick him out.
He had the height advantage, the reach advantage, and the weight. He was mind you, these are weird exhibition times. No legitimate boxing association would ever let this type of crap happen. WBC, all that stuff. That is terrifying that they're allowing celebrities to just mess around in the ring and get their ass beat for entertainment's sake. That's terrifying to me.
You heard what Jake Paul said. He wants to fight Conor McGregor. Tell me you wouldn't pay to see him get his ass beat.
In a boxing match or a UFC?
I don't know.
In UFC, that boy would get smacked.
But Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather, and he did okay.
Boxing. No. I'm talking about
in boxing.
If Conor fought Jake in UFC, it'd be a wrap. In boxing?
Oh, yeah. But if it's...
I think in boxing, he get worked, too. The only reason Mayweather won because he's a tactician, he's a technician, he knows what he's doing. But Mayweather knows defense. That's Mayweather's thing. And
defensive god.
If any of those punches from McGregor would land on whether it's Jake Paul or what's his name, Floyd, it would have been really bad for both of them, or bad for Floyd. But I don't know, man. This is stupid. This is like me being like, yo, Goku should fight Superman. These are dumb conversations.
It should happen. I'm just saying.
Tyson looked good though. Tyson was in really good shape. I thought Roy Jones would be in better shape, personally.
You know what? He probably was in good shape, but the fact is, like, if you get hit by a Tyson body shot like that, it's gonna knock the wind out of you.
I'm talking conditioning though. Like Roy Jones did not look like he was conditioned for the fight as much as Tyson did. Like Tyson lost 100 pounds. He definitely still has a little bit of like body fat around his waist, but you could tell like his chest was defined, his arms, his shoulders, his speed was crazy to me for someone in their 50s, and he was old. He's
did you
old.
Hear? Did you? Also, did you hear the stat of what he did to his trainer? In preparation for the fight?
No, I'm sure it messed him up on accident. What did he do?
He said he was hitting the pad so hard that his trainer required shoulder surgery from holding the pads for Tyson.
I believe it.
I was like, oh my God, that's scary.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about on like a physical level of like health. Roy Jones is healthy, but he didn't look like he was fit. You know what I mean? Like Tyson looked like he was fit for 54. Roy Jones looked like he was just kind of still healthy. For like, to me, he looked like the type of body style that like most of me and all my friends got, where it's like, yeah, we're still in shape, like we can still move, but we're not athletic. We're not at like the peak of our fitness in our 30s that we probably were in our 20s, which I'm working on. Got to work out with my trainer tomorrow. But go get it, Paul. That VR, those VR gains. But
we down 10 pounds, by the way, people. We down 10.
Are you really? Good for you, man. That's great. You've been eating that salmon and you've been cooking up those salads.
That salmon, even though I've been cooking them horribly, but
you're cooking them bad.
Good.
Don't eat them if they're bad. That's not good for you.
Well, it's not bad, but I mean, like, it's like I've been doing
barbecuing.
No. My newest. I've been cooking on Instagram, low key. If you guys catch those streams every once in a blue moon, I made a pan-seared salmon with zesty lemon sauce. It was a bomb, but it required butter. But it was okay. It was good. It was real good.
No butter makes it healthier, baby.
No, don't. The butter makes it bad. But
yeah, you just said no, it don't. What?
It's butter called the sauce concoction. So it's like you use the oil that was in the pan already to use the pan sear it, and then you put a little bit of butter in there just so it can like get all creamified, and then you take fresh lemon and then you just dip the lemon in the sauce concoction, and then you take what was in the pot and then you drizzle it over the salmon. This ain't Hell's Kitchen. You're supposed to pour that out. That's the fat. That's the fat of the juice of the salmon. So it's a little bit of the salmon zest, and
you trying to be healthy. You're supposed to pour that out and eat that mug dry, boy.
No.
You got that.
We down 10 though.
As he drinks a sip of water from Arrowhead's the worst water ever. I hate that water.
That's from my fridge. I just refilled the bottle.
I feel it. I refill with my Butterfinger drink. Better.
Oh, you got one of those too, huh?
Did you get one of these?
Of course. I'm a super gamer. What are you talking about? I'm fine. No, I didn't get one.
Well, who did someone else get them? I don't know.
I saw like the dudes from Kind of Funny.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Some dude emailed me who was a friend of. I don't know. Someone knows me on the internet and was like, "Hey, you wanted some?" It came with like some Halo stuff because it's like a Halo.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because it was supposed to come out with Series X.
Oh, it's probably it's probably a promotion that they were just like, we can't delay it like the video game.
I have a lightsaber.
Oh, is that new?
No, I've had this one. This one I built from Galaxy's Edge. It's my thick boy.
Oh yeah,
it weighs like 5 pounds.
Speaking of lightsabers. How we feeling about Mando?
I actually recorded a review video, which should be up. I'm gonna upload it Monday because I want people to watch the episode before I put them out. So by the time this goes up, the video should be up on my channel with Lord Balvin. Balvin and I talked about it.
Oh. You guys where you guys did what'd you all do? Did y'all like get on Discord and talk?
Well, I was streaming and he popped in the chat. He said Mandalorian. I was like, "We feel like talking?" He's like, "Yes."
Oh, that's
we talked on Discord.
I love it.
But,
I was gonna say, You should upload those immediately. Like that's those, you know, those types of reviews usually get like hella views right after the
like
episode.
right after, but
maybe not Thursday night, but like Friday afternoon to me, or Saturday.
I just feel like people should watch it before they see me spoil. But yeah, we can't call him the child or Baby Yoda anymore.
Yeah,
that boy's name is Grogu.
I was about to call him Gordo.
Gordo, fat boy, little fat Yoda.
I thought that was a really interesting episode.
Oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. That episode was everything I was like hoping a Mandalorian show would be, under like the direction of Dave Filoni. So for those who don't know, Dave Filoni is like the director of all of like Clone Wars and Rebels and Resistance, and he was like the handpicked student of George Lucas. So like he knows all of the stuff, and so like you can see the animation background of his in the show, because there's such like small details in the show that if you don't watch like Clone Wars, you wouldn't pay attention to. And I was like, oh, okay. But like one of the coolest things that Ahsoka did that nobody's talking about is like she's fighting a dude, she chops a tree, and then force pushes the piece of the tree that was cut into a person, and the tree just falls and collapses on itself, like anime style in the background. It's like dope stuff like that. And then like also like we're gonna get into Clone Wars stuff. Ahsoka's like spirit animal is this owl. It's called like a convor, and then the convor is just chilling on a tree in the background. Like, and if you don't know what it is, you're gonna be like, okay, why is there an owl? But it's like it's the attention to detail that's linking the Clone Wars and Mandalorian in this time period. But the thing that I was worried about for me is just the voice of Ahsoka, because it was Rosario Dawson's voice, and I'm so used to Ashley Eckstein being the voice. Are you showing the clip? I don't think you should put that on.
I mean, it's on the internet, but this is
I wouldn't do it.
I know. I don't have it up on the thing.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. No, it's not.
We don't want another WWE situation.
I mean, that'd be super. I'd be super annoyed if they did that. But what is this? It's like a Star Wars channel. Maybe they have some sort of like connection. But you know, they have like press content. You know what I mean? But
still, I mean, it was
doesn't matter.
The fact that they opened up with Ahsoka Tano right off the bat was jarring for me, because I wasn't even. Go back. That was the scene I was talking about.
I know. I'm watching
the tree
it.
chop.
I'm watching it.
Yeah. It's like I wasn't even expecting her to fight at all. I really thought she was going to be there to just talk. So like when we just open up with the scene of her doing work with the white sabers.
Yeah.
Watch. Boom. No. Boom. That's just so cool. I'm sorry. I get excited. Yeah.
I liked it. I think what's her name did a really good job, Rosario Dawson, like in the sense of putting this in a live action segment. It'd be sick if they ever made a movie and she was in it. But I was just gonna say, I think this is well done, and obviously this is her aged up like 10 years. She's supposed to be in her early 40s, I think. And obviously she's like
she's like late 40s, early 50s ish. I
mean, they say that this race of aliens is supposed to last like hundreds of years, so who knows? But
yeah, Togruta.
But I think that they did a really good job, and I think, you know, I wouldn't really compare it to the one from Clone Wars, just because obviously it's the same character. But I'm saying in the sense of for a live action, I wouldn't want like the one that from the clone. I mean, I don't know, not that I wouldn't want her, but I like this one. To me, this one fits the vibe of this TV show. You know what I mean? Also, I feel so bad because we're watching like dope clips and I'm not showing them, but whatever.
We can't watch it.
I know we can't show it because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike, Gil. Sorry, or get blocked.
Not from the mouse.
WWE just blocked worldwide, which was ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's like really cool to actually see the Mandalorian armor blocking the lightsaber, because that's kind of what they were telling people that it could do, but you've never seen it because they just never really showed that in the show like that before. Mm-hmm. So to see it live action, him like literally like being able to hold off a lightsaber with just his gauntlets, fire.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. I've been watching this show since season 1, and I think this is it's turning into a very well put together series. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than I feel like it's better. It's definitely, I enjoy this show a lot more than I enjoyed the last 3 movies. I'll tell you that much.
Facts. I'll be honest with you. Somebody was like, I'm in Star Wars groups, people. If you guys don't know, like, I'm in this world. People were complaining about this episode. It's like, oh, she's just trying to be like Rey, and I was just like, Rey did none of the things Ahsoka did in this one episode. Everything Ahsoka did in this one episode, I wanted to see Rey do in the movies, and she never did. Rey never fought a single stormtrooper with a lightsaber. She never reflected a single bolt of a blaster in these movies. She didn't do anything but fight Kylo Ren. And backflip over things.
I low-key forgot about that. She sure didn't fight anybody except for Kylo. That's weird.
Yeah, so I was just like, in this 45-minute episode, she did everything I wanted to see Rey do for 3 movies. 3! Sorry, okay.
Like I said, that episode was legit. I enjoyed it. And the interesting thing is that we got more of the show. Like, how many episodes per season? Like 10?
I think it's 9, so we have like 4 more.
I personally, I'm very impressed with what they're doing with this TV show.
Yeah, and they've given us crumbs for a season 3 villain already. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
Hopefully. I
am too.
I need a live action Grand Admiral Thrawn. I need it.
And that character is a little. Has he ever been in the movies, the TV shows, the cartoon, anything? So okay, spoilers here. Not spoilers, but Grand Admiral Thrawn was a character who they used in like the expanded universe before Disney bought it. And then when Disney bought Star Wars, they retconned him so he doesn't exist anymore. And so what they ended up doing was they're like, well, they're taking a lot of stuff from expanded universe and bringing it back into Star Wars. So they took Thrawn, and he was the villain in Star Wars Rebels season 3 and 4. But the thing about that was, spoilers, I guess, for Rebels, Thrawn disappears for a while, and you don't know if he's alive or dead. Oh, yeah. And so when she's like, where is he? I was like, oh shit, he's still alive. And so I'm assuming he is the boss of Gus Fring for now, but we'll see. We have 4 more episodes. He's like Moff Gideon's boss. I get that.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm a fan. I'm looking forward to more Star Wars lore that I'm not used to seeing, because like the farthest I ever got outside of the main timeline was when I used to play Knights of the Old Republic when I was like 13 years old, and that game was
non-canon now.
Yeah, but I enjoyed that game. That was a great game.
Yeah, but people, if you want more insight to what you can possibly get from this series, watch the Clone Wars, watch Rebels, please and thank you. That's all I will say. Goodbye on this topic.
You should make videos about this.
Oh, if the video's going up. Actually, let me upload.
I'm just saying, you should do a review of every episode. You should talk about the expanded universe, things that you enjoy. Play more Star Wars games. Or just upload.
If you go on my channel, you can see my last few exploits of Galaxy's Edge before you can go there anymore.
No. You can go. No, you can go. They open back up.
Florida.
No, LA's open, isn't it?
No, they've been closed since March.
They opened up
February.
They opened up a part of the casual area.
So they opened up downtown Disney's a thing, but they opened up like the main street of California Adventure, so that you can like eat and stuff. Since we're back on lockdown today, in a few minutes, that's all done. That's all done, baby.
I noticed that, yeah. But you know what though? Because you know why? Because stupid ass California. All right, we're stupid.
It's yeah. Well, I mean,
we are the stupidest. I didn't know that we would be stupider than Florida. No disrespect to Florida, but you know Florida.
Nah, Florida and us are on the same. But Florida never closed. That's the issue. Like if I lived in Florida right now, I could go to Disneyland. or Disney World.
True.
I could go.
Maybe they're not counting Florida because Florida's like we ain't stopped since since the day.
Florida's been open. Atlanta's been open. Shout out to Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy.
I watched that thing. That was a weird turn of events. I watched it on.
I'm so glad nobody got shot during that.
I mean, I'm surprised there was no twerking in the strip club. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you did the truth, I was like, oh, somebody's about to. Somebody? Nobody? Okay. They're still alive? Okay, cool. That's good.
Is that a song or something?
The Truth is a song that Gucci Mane made about Young Jeezy's homeboy who he killed and murdered.
Oh, yeah. Gucci, it was such a weird, it was too much stick measuring in those joints for me. It's like, guys, just play your music and let us enjoy you. Like, chill out. Speaking of someone I enjoyed, Snoop Dogg needs to be a commentator on all sports.
Yes. You know what? I feel like yes and no.
Come on, Cash.
Snoop Dogg was amazing during that fight, but the problem is like he takes all the like gravitas and severity out of the match.
Yeah,
like when Nate Robinson,
because he's being real about it.
Knocked,
he's real.
Yeah, when Nate Robinson got hit, he started singing old hymns.
He said, "Oh no, you can't. Hey, you got to step right on that now. Hold on, wait a minute. This is looking like my two uncles at the cookout." I loved every minute of it, man. Snoop is,
but he's been doing that with MMA though, low key.
Has he?
Yeah, like there's if you go, I'll show you the clip. It's like Snoop Dogg doing commentary on MMA fights.
I just like hearing him talk because it's such a different perspective. You know what it is? It's because you've got the professional dude, you got the person who does it you got the professional announcer, then you have the pro fighter who's there who can talk about the logistics of hitting and punching, and then you got Snoop, who is the everyman, who is the cousin at the barbecue, who is the friend who pops in on a sport they don't even know anything about, and they like, oh, you running fast. Like, I enjoyed it so much. I need Snoop Dogg to commentate everything. That was so funny. Also, don't play the clip because I don't want copyright. You can show it to me later though. I was gonna say though, I mean, we talked Mando. I like that part of the show the most. The whatever the noise is that they do in the beginning.
The standard cowboy noise.
It's like their own, so I like it because it doesn't sound like, you know how that's the similarity to that is like people who use the for movies ever since
the Nolan.
Yeah, ever since Inception. So I just like that they have their own. But yeah, I feel like we've been talking about a lot of stuff that isn't video game related. So how about we hop into this topic, which is the Game Awards, everyone. The Game Awards are coming up this week, on the same day that next week. The same day that Cyberpunk is supposed to release. And according to Paul, he still thinks it's going to come out, which is great. I have faith in him and his video game. But
we hope.
We do hope. But here is the Game Awards page. Shout out to Jeff Keighley. He's my friend of the show. Friend of the show.
I need to meet him.
Friend of the show. I'm stealing that from Inside Gaming. Dang, what the heck? My chair's acting weird. Okay, there we go. So I didn't even know that the Game Awards were going to be a thing, but we can vote for them, which is pretty cool. So let's read off the...
Yeah, we've been able to do that for a while. We just never do it.
I guess I just don't care. Well, then let's read the categories real quick. Game of the Year, we've got... Actually, let me just read off the... I'll do one at a time. Sure, that makes sense. Game of the Year has... Is that Doom? Doom Eternal. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Ghost of Tsushima. Hades. Animal Crossing. And The Last of Us Part 2. How about we take our guesses? Paul, who do you think's going to win? Or actually, let's go from the bottom up. Because they're going to do Game of the Year. Oh my God, there's this much?
There's a lot.
Okay, let's skip the ones we don't care about. So, best esports team. I don't know any of these.
Don't know any teams.
Best esports host. Oh, where am I at? I'm a host.
JD?
The hell?
Are you esports host though?
Yes, I am. No, I'm kidding. Yo, I don't know any of these people except for my boy Golden Boy. So let's go with Alex Mendez.
Let's go,
Golden
let's
Boy.
go, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Alex.
Shut up. Best esports game. We've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, League of Legends, or Valorant. I feel like League of Legends is just too popular not to win.
I'm voting for Valorant just because
I think Valorant deserves that. All right. Let's say, what the heck is this one? Best esports event. Premier, Call of Duty League of Overwatch wins, I guess.
I'm waiting for Overwatch 2, so.
Oh man. Best esports coach. Oh god, I know these guys, right? Danny, Zonic, Krusty, Grabs, and Rambo. Rambo.
Let's go, Rambo.
Best esports athlete. They walking a real fine line with that word athlete, bro.
Dang.
Dang. Crimsix, Showmaker, Canyon, Shotzi, and Ziwu. I'm gonna go with Canyon is my choice.
I'm gonna go with Ziwu because he sounds cool.
Yeah, get me to a category that's better. All right, best debut game. Carry On, Mortal Shell, Raji, The Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia. I'm going with Phasmophobia. It's the only game I know.
Yo, that's some BS.
What game do you want?
Fall Guys. Where's Fall Guys?
True. Best debut game. I wonder what the debut means. For the best debut game created by an independent Yeah. No Mediatonic? That's cold.
Snub. Do we smell Snub?
Snub. Oh, this is interesting. Content creator of the year. Okay.
Who's in that?
Alana Pierce? Sure. She's a content creator now?
Oi.
Oh.
Yeah, she does.
I thought she was I thought she was a games journalist. Oh, she does have a channel. She does. Shout out to Alana Pierce. Friend of my Twitter. She follows me on Twitter.
Friend of the Twitter.
J. Ann Lopez. I'm not sure. Shout out to her because I support the Black gamer girl community and maybe we follow each other. I'm not sure. Nick Merckx, too popular. He shouldn't even be in this category. Just kidding.
I don't know who that is.
He's a popular Call of Duty streamer, and he has like a very cool gaming office, I will say. Tim the Tatman, also way too popular for this category. If they're gonna allow people to vote for these people, then the ones who have way more followers will win. Fifth but not least, Valkyrae. I'm gonna go with Valkyrae because I learned more about her story recently, and it's kind of sad. She took care of her father who passed away from cancer, and but then again, her and her father didn't have a great relationship. Like her father was like a drunk or something, alcoholic. That's what they call it. Sorry. that was okay. That was in her own video. I watched it. I was like, oh, I didn't know that's humble beginnings. Humble beginnings. She used to work at GameStop. Shout out to working in the gaming scene and being a gaming content creator. Also, she's the fastest growing live streamer ever, they say, and she has like 47,000 live viewers on YouTube all the time. And I'm just like, goddamn. I'm just like, who are these people? Not to say that she's not popular and doesn't deserve it. More just like, I feel like I never see live streams that have like crazy numbers on YouTube. But then again, maybe I don't watch YouTube's live streams like that. Maybe that's why. All right, what's up next? We got oh, here we go. Best multiplayer. Animal Crossing counts?
Yeah, because you can go to other people's islands.
It's not really playing together though. Among Us. Oh geez. Call of Duty Warzone. Gabe's favorite. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout and Valorant. I'm going with Fall Guys because it's the best game. It should be game of the year. Should be game of the year.
Okay, that's your opinion, dude.
What, excuse me?
It's your opinion.
Is that because you never got a crown? Is that why?
I 3D printed one, so I got one in real life.
You gave it to me. you gave it to me
because
I won.
It's worthless to me, but I can make one in 7 hours if I wanted to.
Can you earn a crown? Is what I'm asking you.
I can make one. Why would I earn it if I can create one?
That sounds
for myself.
So entitled.
I can create it.
All right.
Can you create it, JD?
I literally conceptualized it out of thin air because I got a W. What do you mean?
Can you physically create one?
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can. All thanks to Paul Jones.
But who made that? Your boy? I created.
I guess you created it because you have a 3D printer. If I had a 3D printer, I could and would. I guess. All right, let's go. Best sports racing game. What? Why are they in the same? Why are they in the same category?
There must not be enough of either.
They were just like, there's only 2K and Forza. What else is there?
Let me guess. Is Madden in there?
Actually, it's not. FIFA. Can you see? You can see the screen, can't you?
Kind of. It's so small on my end, but it's. I can see the pictures.
I'm streaming that screen to you. You should be able to click out of watching us, and you should be able to see exactly what I'm looking at.
Hold on, let me just bring it to.
Also, hold on. My headphone cord got caught up in my chair. Hold on. Oh my god. Copyright. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Playing a lot of user.
You should be able to see this though. Best sports racing. We got Dirt 5. Didn't that just come out?
That just came out, yeah.
Dirt 5, FIFA, F1 2020, FIFA 2021, NBA 2K 2020. Tony Hawk. I'm going with Tony Hawk because it's better.
Tony Hawk.
It's better than everything else there. It's the most. It's the most entertaining. It really is. That's so funny that they put it in that category. Best sim/strategy. We've got Crusader Kings 3, Desperado, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or XCOM.
It is a sim.
Desperado.
I played all of these games. Flight Simulator.
Desperado.
If I had to choose, I'd choose King. What's it called? Crusader Kings.
I'm gonna go with Desperado because of that song. Desperado. You heard that joint?
No, I was thinking Despacito.
It's a TikTok sound. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. That's a weird one. Animal Crossing is in 3 categories: Crash Bandicoot 4, Fall Guys, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario: The Origami King. I'm going to
Animal Crossing.
I'm going with Mario Kart because you can actually play that game with your
Mario Kart?
Live Home Circuit.
I'm thinking I totally forgot that came out.
I've played it once. It was fun. Shout out to Nintendo for providing that product. I just don't like setting it up. Like, you got to have a room for that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Best fighting game, do people still play fighting games? Because I feel like
they do.
I mean, I love them. I personally love them. I just feel like they don't get enough love. I feel like they are... Well, they're not the inception of video games, but they're really high up there.
Well, esports. But the problem is what we don't think about is because we didn't get Evo this year.
Facts. No Evo. Didn't they try to do Evo online?
They
did do it.
They tried, but it's... Did they? Well, they didn't have Evo. You know, the spectacular...
No, yeah, they didn't. But we got Street Fighter 5.
Aggressive hype.
We got One Punch Man. Are they really counting this game?
I guess so.
Under
this year, I'm going Mortal Kombat.
I'm gonna go Street Fighter, but I think Mortal Kombat should win too, or maybe Grand Blue. I don't play that, but I know it's popular amongst the fighting game community. Best RPG.
God, this is the hard one.
Best role playing, Paul. We got Final Fantasy Remake 7.
I've played all of these games.
Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, excuse me. Wasteland 3 and Yakuza Like a Dragon. Like a dragon, baby.
It's really between 2 games here, truthfully. If I'm being honest, and I know popular vote is going to go to Final Fantasy VII Remake, but my choice, Persona 5 Royal.
Okay.
Because I played the game.
Have you been playing Yakuza? Didn't we already talk about this game?
Yeah, but I don't think we talked about it on stream.
We talked about it a little bit.
I've been playing a shitload of Yakuza Like a Dragon this week.
You enjoying it?
I really like it. I really like this game.
Even with the RPG elements?
I think the RPG elements make it better. Truthfully.
Well, I need to play it more.
Because it's so ridiculous, but it's so cool. Like, let me just talk about Yakuza for like 3 seconds. It's like the fact that the main character Ichiban sees the world as an RPG, characters literally transform.
I've seen
in front of him.
I've seen some of the crazy moments.
So I just unlocked a job system. And so like you know, like in other RPGs, they have jobs like as mage and whatnot, but in order for the new jobs, you really have to go to like a job center and find a job as this thing. So like Ichiban, my main character, his job is breakdancer. So like he's just breakdancing on people as fighting moves. It's hilarious to me. And then like there's a new side quest like Pokemon called Sujimon, where there's a Professor Oak character who wants you to go around and collect information on all of the perverts or weirdos in Japan, and all the weirdos are all the enemies. So like you're collecting information on them like Pokemon in the game. It's quite a unique RPG, and it's hilarious to me, and also really heartfelt.
I want to play it. I got to stream it soon, but that sounds dope. Next we've got best action adventure. They're adding PS5 games. Okay, Miles Morales. We got Assassin's Creed, Ghost of Tsushima, excuse me. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and The Last of Us Part 2. Best action adventure. That's hard. I would probably give it between Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2.
Jedi Fallen Order or Last of Us Part 2. It's probably the Last of Us.
So I didn't I skipped Jedi Fallen Order. I don't know why.
It's on Game Pass.
Was it fun?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'd like to play it. But that's cool. I'm gonna go with Spider-Man just because I like Spider-Man. Best action game. Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life, Alex, Neo 2, or Streets of Rage 4. I feel like people love this game, Hades.
Hades is gonna take it. I never played it, but
I played it. It's good. It's really good. Streets of Rage 4 was a little too easy, even though I didn't beat it.
Did we beat it?
You beat it without me because you are the worst type of friend. The worst.
True.
Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software, hardware that pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Oh, I got to give that to The Last of Us Part 2.
Last of Us.
The color correction, baby. The colorblind.
Easy mode.
It's not easy. It's for me to see where all the gadgets and the gadgets are. What's easy about that? It's so hard to find loot on the floor in that game.
That's the point.
No, is that really the point? Is the point to be like, oh, it's hard for you to craft?
Yeah, it's
don't you want to enjoy the game?
But it gives it more immersion if you don't have everything in order to do things.
Ain't nothing immersive about me sitting in my living room playing a video game over a third-person shoulder. There's nothing immersive about it.
It's very immersive. What are you talking about? People outside catching a disease.
When have you ever
can't be with multiple people?
When have you ever ridden a horse? It's not even immersive enough to give you that experience.
I rode a horse before.
Yeah, that was a donkey at a birthday party.
It was very uncomfortable.
All right, man. Next one. Best VR, AR, Paul. You been AR.
Oh, easy.
Half-Life or
easy.
Marvel?
Half-Life Alex. So it would be Half-Life Alex, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, and Squadrons, and I didn't play Dreams or Iron Man.
Did you do the Squadrons VR? Is that the one that made you sick?
Yeah, Squadrons made me almost throw up instantly.
I don't get it. Just because you had to go upside down and left and right, or what?
No, because like I think it was on my end. It was like I don't think it was calibrated right. So I was like the cockpit was a little bit over me, so I had to like kind of physically like stand up, and then I hit a barrel roll, and it like it was bad.
That sounds painful.
It was very bad.
Best community support. I'm going Fall Guys, man. Fall Guys literally blew up.
Community support?
I don't know.
No Man's Sky on this one.
Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness? That is definitely not No Man's Sky.
No, it's totally No Man's Sky.
What do you mean? They had terrible community support.
The game. When it first started, yeah, they went dark for like the first 6 months, but like they've steadily changed the game at least a solid 4 times in the last 2 years. Like they did a big ass major patch like 2 months ago, and then they redid a new patch to make it called the next gen version for the new consoles. I'm giving this one to No Man's Sky. Like if you go into No Man's Sky right now, it's a completely different game from when you played it.
Of course it is, because it was so bad in the beginning. I'm talking about being good from the beginning and then going up higher.
It's good right now. No Man's Sky is really good. I've been playing that on my PS5 again. That's my Zen game.
Fall Guys, man, all day. Best mobile game. I'm gonna give this to.
I don't know anything about this one.
Among Us.
Genshin Impact.
It's on mobile.
Yeah.
I'm going with Among Us because it's just so popular. Best indie game. Going Fall Guys again. But I think Hades. Is probably Hades will take it if we're talking about being good. Like Fall Guys is just.
And they also announced Hades at the Game Awards, so
yeah, Fall Guys is just frustration simulator. Best ongoing game. All right, that's more accurate for No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Oh, wait a minute though. Fortnite, your boy.
Ooh, Destiny.
Destiny.
Galactus on Tuesday. Maybe my stream net.
Might have to check it out. If it's anything like
he's appearing in the map.
If it's anything like the Travis Scott thing, I'm gonna watch it and try to get my views up. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Okay. I want
any of these games.
I'd like to see Tell Me Why, which is made by the same people, Don Tinad, who made Life is Strange. I think it's a game about, like, unfortunately, like parental abuse, but you know, things.
It is on Game Pass. It's free. So it's done too. So
you love bringing up Game Pass. Best performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting. Oh, literally for acting.
Oh.
Motion and performance capture. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say no to these three, and it's definitely between these two. It might have to be Abby, bruh. Like Abby was. I like
Abby's texting way more than Ellie's. I'm just gonna be honest.
All right, but we're talking about like acting and pain and frustration. I don't know. That's hard. It definitely ain't Miles. Miles just
Miles just sounds like Morty to me whenever I play it.
I don't like that they made that guy, because like I gotta listen to the voice acting from the first game to the second game.
It's the same.
His voice was that high pitch.
Yeah.
I feel like but I feel like he didn't have as much dialogue, so it wasn't as noticeable. But now the whole game, it's like, yo, what's up, Peter? Hey man, yo, me and it's me though, Bodega Boy. We gonna go down the street and I got my Timbs on. Yo, you got Butters, Peter? What's good? Yo, dog.
Shout out to Bodega Boy.
Bodega Boy, man. Shout out to check me out. Check out my playthrough, because that's what his name is to me. I'm going with, you go Abby, I'll go Ellie. And best audio design, I mean, bruh, sure, Resident Evil 3, because every time I run down the room, Nemesis be whooping my ass. Did you play Resident Evil 3?
Last of Us. I got to like the first 10 minutes when the zombie came out of a car door, and I stopped playing.
You got scared of that game?
I don't like it.
Answer the question. You scared of that game, Paul?
I don't like it.
You scared of Resident Evil?
Why would I play a game to be scared? What's the point? I don't like being scared. So why would I?
I thought you used to be a man of culture, a man of video game culture. That's a good.
I like scary movies. I don't like scary video games.
You know what? I am the exact same. Sorry, I thought I was going to say the opposite. It's not. I mean, the jump scares on Resident Evil 3 are heavy. Like every corridor,
every 3 seconds, there's somebody.
I forgot me and Pilar played it, and she was screaming.
I remember she started crying.
I never uploaded that series because there was no views on it. I was like, nobody's watching this. Oh my God, Pilar, don't fucking do that.
Uh-oh.
You were crying when we played Resident Evil 3.
Wait, is she in the room? I can't see.
You was crying like a baby.
First of all,
Hi, Pilar.
it was just that one part.
If you're talking, I can't hear you. They're having.
She said.
Shark came out the sewer.
Yeah, she said that it was just that one part.
It was gross.
But I cried.
I've seen
too.
the footage. I've seen the footages.
I don't know why it just like happened because I was like screaming. Whatever.
I know, honey. We never finished the game.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth. Get out of my office.
Whose office?
Our office.
Thank you.
Now go.
Okay. I'm out of this
She's
one.
still
My name's
there.
Paul, and
She's
this,
still there.
my name is Paul, and
Look
this is
at-
between y'all.
Look at her. Look at her.
Why is he blue? Here's Pilar.
She's looking like Drea right now. All right,
Man.
honey. You want me to get up and kiss you right now while I'm podcasting?
Oh, wow, I didn't
Do
know
it.
that was a bird.
You better kiss your queen.
Why don't you just come in here?
Because I have like a sports bra on my stomach.
All right.
You better put the smoke down on the queen.
Paul, you read the next group of things. Best score in music. Oh.
Best score in music. Shout out to Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2. I don't remember any of the music in any of these games besides Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that's what would be getting my vote. I would scroll up, but JD is in control of this. I never played Hades. Everybody says that Hades is good. And The Last of Us, the only songs I remember are the ones, if I were to lose you, then I clearly lose myself.
I didn't hear
That's
a
all I
word.
remember from Last of Us. I was just talking about the songs in the games and what I remember. But actually, Doom Eternal has bangers. But we just don't. I didn't play that game. So.
Hades has good like. Last of Us has good music. Well, Last of Us has like very, I don't know, high energy. We all might die music. I don't know what to think about it, but I'm gonna go with Last of Us. Oh no, they have
Final Fantasy
they have
VII.
all the guitar stuff.
Final Fantasy VII.
Okay. Best art direction. I'd say Final. I'd say art. I'd put it between Hades and Ori because they're like literally art.
Literally art. Yeah.
But who knows? Because Ghost of Tsushima is
Ori.
kind of artistic, bruh. That camera mode, that's
You mean
art.
Photo mode the game.
Photo mode the game. I never beat it. I gotta beat it still.
Lord Sakai.
Lord,
You can play it on PS5 and 60 frames per second in 4K.
I do need to play it. Best narrative. I'm gonna go with The Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Yeah. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima has a good one.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. And then best game direction. Jeez, how many categories are there?
But it's like the same 3 games.
I know,
Each-
over
each-
and over and over. I'm gonna go with Ghost of Tsushima. All right, next. Oh, we made it to the end. Game of the year.
Game of the year.
Animal Crossing.
Facts. It wouldn't surprise. Animal Crossing is the game. Animal Crossing had the same effect for that first 2 months as Pokemon Go did that one summer
Yeah,
of bringing the world together
I said that.
in pandemic times, in early pandemic.
I literally said.
So
My bad. I literally said, and I didn't mean to cut you off, that this Animal Crossing's got a month for me until this is done, just like Pokemon Go.
yeah, Animal Crossing and Pokemon Go were the closest the world was together, and World Peace was the closest.
Truly, it truly
It was the closest. So, Animal Crossing, me personally, it's The Last of Us 2. But if Animal Crossing takes it, I don't blame them. I don't blame people.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Oh, we didn't even talk about that yet, bro. I thought we did. That's crazy. I wanted to hop into this just real quick because to me it's so ridiculously weird and random that this is a thing right now. But all these people who are opening up boxes of Pokemon cards.
From the 90s, yeah.
Like-
one of my friends who I used to sell cards to at Toy Mandala a long time ago is doing that on his TikTok. And he's getting like views.
I bet he is. But
Shout out to Joe.
So he had a bunch. He had a bunch of like stuff from back when he bought them from. Toy Mandala still sell them? You think?
Yeah, they still sell cards. They don't sell the old stuff. They sell the newer cards. But
See, my thing is, I can't get down with the new cards. I don't care about them. I love the old ones, but I don't like the new ones at all.
it's a thing. These cards are gonna be forever. They just don't have the same appeal. Like I got back into the card game for a while, like in the early 2010s for like a small 6-month window, and I was like, you know what? I don't have time. I don't have time for this. I don't like this. Kept getting beat by kids who used to come to the store.
In the
Whoop my ass
card
Pokemon.
game.
Yeah,
I feel like no one knew how to play the card game. We all just faked our own rules. Like Pokemon was Japanese Uno for Americans.
Facts.
Like we was making that. I was like, no, my energy card brings my health all the way back. What we talking about?
Oh man, shout out to Kitty World, R.I.P.
Who's that?
Remember that old store that we used to go to? That was next to the Toys R Us. A very long time ago.
You said that like that was a person. I was like, oh my god, someone died.
Oh no. Well, the stores are gone. Toys R Us and Kitty World have been gone.
Man, that's crazy. We've lived through the life and death of some of the best franchises ever created. I would love to actually do a Pokemon Twitch stream where I open up cards. But
do you still have your old cards?
Oh yeah, I still got mine in my binder.
You should low key see how much they're worth.
I don't think they're worth anything. I don't think I have any first editions.
I thought you had like a. Never mind. We're not going to talk about what you had in that binder.
Is that bad? Why am I going to get jumped? Is it that crazy?
You could. People could come.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull out the binder right now.
People could come steal your Pokemon cards.
They better not know where I'm at. I don't tell people my location.
Shout out to Khalid.
What? Shout out to who?
The singer Khalid.
Is that a song or something?
Location. Yes, it's a song.
I'm too old to know all these people.
Okay. Also, shout out to DJ Khaled because apparently he's the best. While we find this.
Who N-word? We
the best. I'm just gonna say my name on the song, DJ Khaled. Oh my god, they're showing the ride vehicles for the Mario Kart ride? What the hell?
I know.
I'm just seeing your message you sent us on the Twitter.
I think my binder's in here. I might have lost it. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Damn, that's crazy. How many people? 4 people per cart? That looks wild. February 4th? That's soon, huh? I'm looking at pictures from the Nintendo Land in Japan right now. Looks crazy. I'm just gonna cut the dead air, I guess.
Dead air, bro. Speak up. You be podding. Be podding.
I'm looking at these pictures.
I can't find it. I thought it was in this box. It's not in my box. I want my Pokemans. Hold on. I'm gonna keep looking. And worst case scenario, I'll edit this part. But keep podding.
Okay, so y'all, I'm looking at these pictures of February 4th in 2021. Super Nintendo World is coming out in Japan. And the pictures that I'm seeing are so cool, but I would talk about it more and show you guys what I'm seeing.
Here. I have the park. I have footage of the park.
Pull it up.
There. Talk.
There it is. Nintendo World in Japan. That's crazy that there's people walking around there, but look at that theme park, y'all. This looks entirely like stop playing. Like
no, you're
my
good.
stuff. But the problem is it looks way too cramped in a post-COVID world. But I don't know the scale of this land or this park, so I can't tell you. But it looks crazy. Okay. Damn, that's a big ass ride then. I'm just looking at the show building that's behind Bowser's Castle. That's usually where they keep
talking.
the rides.
I'll be right back.
All right. That's usually where they keep the rides going. So that must be where the Mario Kart ride is. Damn, that looks so cool. Should we start saving money and go to Japan in February for the launch of this? That'd be irresponsible, but doable. Irresponsible, but doable is the thing. Yo, you could look at are they moving already, or are they just static? I can't tell. Oh, they're Yoshis. Oh, those are Yoshis you can ride? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't notice that. Amity? What's that? Jaws? That's the Jaws ride? That we never got out here. That's the Harry Potter stuff. That's cool. I never seen like Japan's Universal. So you come in through the back of the castle? Okay, like a reverse Disneyland. You go down. How does this world operate though? That's like, it's on different tiers. Yeah, it looks way too cramped. Way too cramped. They just started building one out here in Los Angeles. Pre-pandemic. And I'm looking like forward to that a lot. And Yoshi's at, was that Yoshi's Cookie? What was that? Yoshi's, I can't read the, yeah, that's super small. Like the whole land is smaller than the Jaws ride. What the hell? Yeah, that's cool though. People, would you go to a cramped land like this in the middle of a pandemic? Is the camera just on me? I'm seeing my feed. Let me know. We're gonna riff. I'm trying to feel like, what is the merch gonna be? The merch is about to be ridiculous though, low key. And I know they have like the Disneyland Magic Band styles and like an AR coin thing where you can like jump and hit boxes in the world. I want to know what the rides are because I know like well, if they even build this new theme park in Florida, they have a separate one where they're gonna have like a Donkey Kong land and ride and stuff. So I want to know what these rides are like because rides right now are crazy. You ever watched my Rise of the Resistance ride through on my YouTube channel? You should do that. youtube.com/JonesMissPrime. This man really disappeared on me, huh?
I couldn't find him.
It's all good. It's all good.
No, I'm sad. I'm so sad. Are you tired of watching this clip?
I am. I went over everything I could go over in my brain.
What, did you stop talking at a certain point, or did you?
I did. I just stopped.
Damn it,
like,
Paul.
Okay.
Paul, you gotta figure out how to keep rambling. You gotta
rambling about like I can't really see. I couldn't see any of the signage.
I told you to. You have the footage running in full screen, no?
Yeah, I can see it, but like it's still kind of pixely.
It's all
on
good.
My end.
It shouldn't be. It should be.
But I riffed for a while. All
right. Well, now JD, remember to edit this part. All right, we're done with the fake Disneyland. We're done with the Mandalorian. We're done with Cyberpunk. We're done with Twitch streamers.
Trying to find
last but not least, which we didn't talk about because we didn't talk about it. I thought we did at the beginning. Did we? We didn't. No, we just talked about it to ourselves. Next gen scalper gate, reseller gate. Oh God. I can't believe it's happening to the extent that it's happening. I also can't believe. I can't believe I can't find my damn Pokemon cards. I'm actually having a panic attack.
Don't have a panic attack.
It's not that simple. That's not how panic attacks work. They just happen.
I know. Trust me. I have them occasionally.
Those are anxiety attacks. I was gonna say, don't buy a next gen console from a reseller. Everybody, it's not worth it. And don't do it. I can't believe that these people are really getting away with doing this crap. I did not realize that it was this bad until I went on the interwebs. But yeah, this is pretty gross that people are like making people blow their cash on consoles because they bought like 40 of them. I didn't know it was a thing. I mean, I knew it was a thing.
This is a new StockX right here.
These are trying to
get these shoes. Trying times. They're trying to exploit as much money out of you as you can because you know you can't get it in stores. Because even Sony came out this week and was like, "Yo, when we say we are sold out, we are sold out.
I mean,
we have no more."
Why? My thing is just, first off, you're a dummy for posting photos of this, in my opinion. But
you know, we live in a clout era. This is the clout era.
But
God damn.
I mean, but my thing is like, look at the decor. Like, these people don't even like, they're not even balling like that. They're not nothing against their home. It's just like, you can tell that they're like, oh, I spent 10 grand, so I'm about to come up on 40,000 is what they think.
Who knows? They might.
They won't though. You know why? Because resellers aren't getting enough people to purchase because nobody wants to buy them from resellers, and if they do, they have to go through the risk of getting jumped. Now, unless you put it on eBay and you ship it, that could work, but I wouldn't do this on Craigslist. No way. You asking for an ass whooping.
Oh, for sure not. Like, even like FedEx and stuff is questionable, because there's been stories of FedEx drivers like from Amazon stealing PS5s.
I was surprised that all my packages came. I had the same guys dropping things off in my house, and I was like, they don't know what's in them boxes, right? But at a certain point, I was like, I hope they don't check those boxes.
Oh man, yeah, it is what it is. It's just like the fact that it's online and bots are able to snatch everything up is what is hurting this launch and making it feel not as special as previous launches. And then my other beef is I have a beef with one person on the internet. Wario64.
Why do you dislike Wario again?
Because like I feel like him always signal boosting the links on his Twitter or whatnot makes it so it's easier for bots to just snatch it up, because everybody knows it to follow him to get the exact time when links and stuff drop.
I think you're overthinking it. People don't even probably check him out. Like, you know that like Wario puts that stuff out later than the people who are getting the consoles with the bots. Like they have people who literally go on the websites every single day prior to launches. So like I get it. Like if anything, Wario's putting it out there for the common man, in my opinion.
I think so, because I don't think the common man knows to follow Wario64. That's why like I have my regular non-game homies hitting me up like, yo, how do I get a PS5?
But
you can't.
But they're not gamers. I'm talking about gamer common people, not people who are just like, oh, I just want one because it's new. Because that's a lot of people. Like my brother wants one and he's never gonna play it. Like he's like,
you can play Fuster on it.
Okay, sure, but I'm just saying you're mixing the categories. Like people who are gamers will be conscious of someone like Wario64. He doesn't have 300,000 followers for nothing. And then people who are like resellers and bot peddlers, they've been scouring. If anything, they're going harder than Wario. They all work and they have these Slack groups and Discord groups where they all put the information in as soon as possible. And yeah, I don't know. If anything, I feel like he tries to get the information out there for people who know that it's time to start hitting those pre-orders as soon as possible. But you know, I think the only scummy thing, it's not really even scummy, the only thing about him is that I think at a certain point he wasn't disclosing that the links that he was giving out to people were like referral links that would help him get paid. Now that was weird. I was like, bro, just tell people, like, who cares? Like, nobody cares if you get an extra percentage off. But that man probably lives off of that because he has a lot of people.
I wonder how much. I wonder how much he made.
Probably make like 30,000.
Dang.
You don't know about drop shipping and all that stuff? Facebook Marketplace, like it's pretty.
No, I know all of that, but I don't know what like the return on that is.
Well, he gets a percentage of every link click. So if let's say he gets 25% of every 100% sale, that's what he's making. So if 6,000 people click on a link, he's getting 25% times 6, so whatever that is, or times 6,000. Excuse me.
Shout out, man! Get your money, get them coins.
Are you busy, Paul?
I'm making a thumbnail for my YouTube video right now.
On your phone?
Yeah.
Boy, if you don't use Photoshop,
I don't have that, so I'm using PicMonkey on my thing. That's how I've been making my thumbnails.
Okay. But yeah, I personally, I don't know. Did you see, I saw the story, and I don't have it to pull it up, but I saw the story where there were resellers who were out there asking YouTubers to promote the fact that they're reselling. And I thought that
yeah.
I thought that was the dumbest shit ever. I was like, no, nobody wants to support you, sir. Like, I get it though, because they have too much on hand, and they can't get them out fast enough. Because the thing about being a reseller is you want to get whatever stock you got, you want to get out as soon as you got it. Like if you got a PlayStation 5 pre-order, or let's say you got the PlayStation 5 the week it drops, you want to sell it back the week it drops. But they haven't been able to do that. I don't know. I think the main issue is just that, like, they're not doing it because you've been seeing from the company saying, like, we're going to have more supply and demand. But I remember I watched IGN the other day, and they were like live streaming eBay and watching people who were like, it was like 32 people waiting for like a $1,200 PlayStation 5. I was like, damn, that sucks. That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's annoying. This what happens when we live in a capitalist society where bots rule the world.
I just don't think that someone who's like your average gamer is spending that kind of money on a next gen console. In my opinion, that's why they can't get rid of so many, because there's not enough people, there's not enough demand. Like they have more stock than retailers. So the people who would buy a next gen console from a reseller are people who got it like that. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna stay up all night and try to click these buttons to try to get it, or no, I'm not gonna wait in line. Like if you're someone who's an entertainer or anyone who has, like, you know, what do you call it, disposable income, then yeah, sure, you'll be like, oh, I'll just go on eBay tomorrow and pick one up, or I'll just go on whatever, if you got that kind of money. I think that's why they're plagued right now with having so many overstock, since resellers are just being dumb with the way that they're going about doing this. I personally just didn't think that it was going to be this bad, because you know what, the whole online social media reseller hype beast scalper market is definitely grown in the last 7 years. Like it wasn't like this in 2013.
Yeah, like getting these Supreme sneaker drops and whatnot is also probably didn't help.
No, and there's just people who are
waiting
just
for the Supreme PS5.
That'd be funny. There's just people who are just I don't even think they're like preying on unsuspecting purchasers or buyers. I think it's just like, this is just what they do. They like, hey man, I'm sorry, this is my bit, this is how I make my money. Other than that, I did see one other story, which was it was I think it was also the IGN thing I watched, where they showed like the scalper with a heart of gold. Did you see this one on Reddit, where the scalper was like, listen, I've got 10 consoles and I'm going to give them to you for $950 for the disc version of the PlayStation 5, and $950, or maybe it was $900 and $850, and it was like only $50 cheaper. but they were saying, I didn't use any type of they literally were lying on their breakdown. They were like, I used no malicious ways of getting these were all legitimate. The stock was amazingly high in September. I'm like, you really lying? I was like, what?
Lies.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's because it's one of those things where resellers don't want to be hated, and it's like, no bro, we hate you. Like,
yeah, we hate you.
Like I don't think I've ever resold anything. I mean, I think my brain told me like, oh, I could, but my thing, I would not be mad if each and every one of these people bought one and sold one. Sure, if you got two, I wouldn't even be that upset. It's the people that we see on these types of Twitter threads who have 90, 50, 30, 30.
Yeah, that's when it gets outrageous.
Yeah.
But JD, give me like 2 seconds. I really have to pee.
Oh, you're good. Go pee. I can ramble.
Right, hold on.
I know how to ramble. I'm a ramble god. Hey, y'all. So Paul's going to take a piss. I mean, low key, we're coming into the back end of this podcast. But let us know in the comments, or if you're listening to this, what do you think about the reselling? I wanted to make a whole video about it, and maybe I will still, because we kind of just talked about it generically. If you want me to make a video, you know, let your boy know. I think it's scummy. I think it's all very scummy and very just. I personally just did not realize that people were this obsessive of trying to get certain things done. I don't know. My brain says to me, like, why would you do this? Like, why would you? First off, why would you put a target on your back by posting it? That's the dumbest thing. If it would be it would be a completely different story if these people were just chilling. Let me actually read this. It says, "This is just a reminder that there are people who did not get a PS5, and then there's these people." Let's read what the comments say. Someone put, "Good luck to them. They've done nothing illegal." It's true. I mean, it's not. You know, and that's a thing that actually people don't talk about. You know why it's not illegal? Because it is physical. They're physical items, and they're not digital items. If these were digital shares or purchases, like whatnot, then like I think even it's like it's some sort of something about like a Digital Rights Act that they're allowed to do this because these are not digital items. Hey, Paul, he's back. How was your pee? Did you watch?
I'm back. I did.
It's pretty fast.
Hey.
Also, don't break that chair, man. Why are you leaning so far back in that thing?
I'm leaning the perfect amount of lean.
No, you don't. You're supposed to press. You're supposed to press in that handle, and then it'll sit up for you, so you don't keep randomly leaning.
I like to lean back. That's how I get comfortable.
All right, Fat Joe, I got you. Lean back, lean back. I was gonna say I'm reading some of the comments here. People say, "Good luck to these people. They've done nothing illegal," and
they haven't done anything illegal. Well, Matt Hardy. Shout out to Matt Hardy.
You know why it's not illegal though? Because these aren't digital goods, is what I heard. Like if these were because these are physical goods, it's not illegal. Now, if these were digital purchases, maybe let's say if it was like a digital PS5 brooch, I don't even know what you would call it, like a digital PS5, like I don't know, docket, maybe similar to V-Bucks or something, it would be illegal if it was something like that, like a cryptocurrency or something, even though V-Bucks is not that. That's Fortnite stuff. Let's see. So it says they've done nothing illegal, but there is a nice warm place in hell for them. I consider anyone who raises the price from price of some 300%, the stuff that I clean off of the bottom of my shoe and then I walk through my yard. How the hell do they do it? It was hard enough getting a single. You know what's funny is I can't believe that people don't know what bots is. Like, I can't believe they don't get it still. Like how? But you know what it is? These are the same people who don't. They're not in these circles. Like I'm in. You know, I like sneakers. I got a bunch of sneakers on my wall. I've come across the whole bot thing like 3 to 4 years ago when I first started getting sneaker heavy. And I was like, oh, I actually subscribe to a service where it's interesting though. You know, the funny thing is the bots don't put the order in for you, according to what I learned from a friend. The bots give you the links when the item is live immediately. So it's like they're on the back end of the website and they are kind of like cars at a red light, green light. I could be wrong. If anyone in the comments knows, let me know the proper information. But I was trying to get these sneakers. I remember it was like 2 years ago. And these guys, I saw them on Twitter. They were talking about we get sneakers fast, blah, 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 blah. One of them knew me from social media and was like, yo, JD, what's up, man? Yo, you ever need sneakers, hit me up. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, I'll just like hook you up. I'll put you in this Slack group and, you know, I'll send you all the info that you need. And it was so different. It's like I guess, you know what, though, if you have your own bots, maybe that's what it is. But running those bots is really difficult to do. Or it's not even difficult. It just takes time to learn, and I didn't care to learn. So they run the bots. They send you the proper links for when the bots tell you that the items are available, and then you click the link and you make your purchase. That's what it is. And if the link is still usable, you just keep refreshing. So, I don't know. It's an interesting game.
I don't know. I tried to explain it to my mom about what bots were.
Oh my god!
She
not your
literally
mom.
thinks that. Yeah, she's like, so there's robots that are doing like no, it's a computer program.
Oh my god! I tried to explain to my mom what hacking is because she got hacked on Instagram recently, and I helped her get it back. And I was just like, Mom, don't click links of people who say they're someone that they're not. I'm just like, don't.
Right.
I'm like, don't ever click a link that someone sends you in a DM or an email or anything if you don't know who they are. Because like my mom had the audacity to fight with someone who was hacking, and someone was faking to be Kamala Harris, and my mom was like, no, you're not Kamala. I was like, why are you?
Don't engage.
I was like, why are you entertaining this? I'm not even. Huh?
Like when my mom will get a suspicious text, and then I was just like, every time you get a weird text like this that's saying something, please send it to like block it or screenshot it and send me a thing. And if it looks legit, I'll tell you to do it. If not, don't click it. Why? I was like, because they will steal all your info.
I don't understand the curiosity of older people. I'm like, if you don't know this person, usually old people will tell you stranger danger, but yet in the internet age, they don't do that.
Yeah, but I think I don't feel like they know the telltale signs of a bot or like the Nigerian prince situation.
The tell is who is this? I get emails from people who try to hack my Facebook every once in a while, and they'll spell Facebook with like 3 O's. I'm like, yo, stop. Like,
Facebook.
Yeah. But my thing is, I mean, you know what though? I don't know. I think it's just obnoxious. I don't understand well, the whole purpose of a hacker is to like steal your stuff from you and then sell it back to you, get your money back, get money from you. It's so dumb. I don't know, but let's not talk shit on hackers because maybe they'll watch this and then they'll want to hack us.
Don't hack me, bro.
Don't hack me, bro. But yeah, y'all, I don't recommend that you get a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X on resale. They're going to have to put them back online at regular prices in about, give it the new year. We're coming into December, and I know you really want one for Christmas, and you haven't gotten one, and I feel bad for you. I definitely do. And I would just say, if you wait till probably mid-January, they're gonna have to sell them back. We're in a pandemic. It would be completely different if we weren't in a pandemic, but now these people, mind you, they spent like thousands of dollars on these things. Like, I just counted one of those dude's pictures. It was about $6,000 they spent on just PS5 digitals, not to mention all the physical physical ones. Yeah, PS5 disc. What do you call them? Physical versions? Is it digital physical?
Disc.
They call them physicals, right? But they're both physical. But you know what I'm saying. So they probably spent like tens to 12 to 13 to 15 thousands of dollars. I don't know what thousands, but the smartest thing for you to do, take your time, wait it out, invest your money. All the games are already on the consoles you play. If you really want to play them on those consoles for now. Enjoy the games, and then, because like all you're doing is paying for what, graphic fidelity upgrades and whatnot, which is like, you know, if you're a PC gamer,
4K60 and
4K60. If you're a PC gamer, we don't even have the monitors to play half of these games on. So I would just say, get the games on PlayStation 4, PS4 Pro, Xbox Series, Xbox One X, I forget, and enjoy the games. They'll be there. Don't worry. Just don't blow your money on these people. But yeah, Paul, I think that's I don't know. That's where I was gonna wrap it up. You're yawning. You're sleepy.
I am sleepy. I had really good turkey soup.
How was your Thanksgiving? How was your Thanksgiving?
You mean Thursday?
Yeah, man.
That was cool. It was
whatever.
Right.
You ate. It was still Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we ate some mac and cheese. It was really good.
It's definitely not.
My dad brought me a little bit of ham. The only time I eat ham is on Thanksgiving.
The only time.
Christmas. I don't eat ham. I don't eat that swine, boy. It's not good for you.
You a liar, bro. What are you talking about?
I don't eat that swine.
Okay.
You think I eat that swine, boy? The turkey I eat, not the turkey. The bacon I eat is made from turkey.
Okay. I first things first. Oh, you know what? First, I forgot. We got to wrap it up because I think we actually have some stuff to talk about with viewers. I think viewers left us some things. I was gonna say, Thanksgiving and what it represents in this day and age is great, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. But let's not act like we don't know about that dark past. I brought that up on Twitter, and a lot of people were mad.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that dark meat.
No, what the fuck? No, I'm talking about the dark past. You're hungry again?
Yeah, I can go for some more soup.
We still got mac and cheese. Pilar cooked up a storm, baby. She went hard. It was so bomb. Yeah, I love my wife. But I was gonna say,
oh, I love my wife.
Oh, I love my wife. Yeah, no, I tweeted out on Twitter. I said, hey, by celebrating Thanksgiving, aren't we inadvertently celebrating the slaughtering of natives to pilgrims? And yeah, it's true. I'm sorry, it's true. I mean, people don't want to hear it, but people are like, no, man, I'm just here for the food, dog. I'm like, yeah. But that blood sacrifice turkey you're eating is that pilgrimage turkey. Because and you know what the cold part is that they have the audacity to have National Native Heritage Day the day after.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like the 27th. It's like some sort of native, I don't know. But I'm just like, this country's so screwy.
You wonder why you don't see too many Native Americans around here?
The fact that we
Do you think that they're thankful for Thanksgiving?
The fact that we call them Native Americans doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They're just natives. They were here first.
Right, they were here. The colonizers came and...
I mean, according to history, they did have some sort of truthful pact, and it seemed that some of them might have set up a coup against each other, kind of like how certain Africans sold other Africans into slavery. Either way, there was bloodshed across that turkey table with your pumpkin and all this crap. It's just, I just find it interesting when people get all defensive when they're like, yo, hey man, I don't want no truth with my mashed potatoes. I don't want no truth with my mac and cheese. I just want to eat my food and watch football. I can't enjoy this blood-soaked turkey tears and this tyranny. It's just very funny to me. I'm also really upset that I couldn't find my Pokemon cards, everybody, but I'll make a video about it later. All right, well, to wrap it up, I believe we have maybe one question or maybe a new review from our podcast, so let's read them and or see them, shall we? I'm having trouble finding it on my phone. The JDM podcast.
I'm looking for the podcast stuff because
I got it right here from I got one from we have one from November 20th. We didn't read this. The last one we read was from the homie Potter. Shout out to Potter. That was it.
Shout out to Potter.
Yeah, but this one is Kanata Kawaii, and it says, hey, this is Kanata. Paul knows me, and I hopped in JD's stream and threw money a few times. Appreciate you, Kanata.
Hey.
I can't anymore because Twitch banned me for fraud. Uh-oh. Which I didn't do, so I'm confused. But anyways, well, I'll make sure not to spend that money if it's in my PayPal account. Please, anyone at Twitch, read my appeal. Y'all got the wrong one. But anyway, what is this? But thanks for bringing thanks for bringing back Uncle Algorithm. That's hilarious. And stay putting it in on for the culture. Much love, XOXO. I love that this person, Kanota Kawaii, left like their plea to Twitch on our in our podcast reviews
to get it read on air so that Twitch might hear it.
Maybe
it's smart.
It's smart. It's genius, actually. But no one from Twitch watches me on YouTube. This is where these go. So unfortunate. I hope we can save you, Kanata Kawaii. That was really funny. Also, let me pull up the Anchor app because I did see that we got a new message. This is a funny one. All right. Shout out to our audience who listens to our podcast. Okay. According to me, we have one new voice message from Raymundo Williams. Hopefully there is no hate speech in this one. I've gotten a few with hate speech on my personal podcast. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, what's going on, Paul and JD? My name is Ray. I had to use an alias to get on this app because I didn't want a bunch of fans bombarding me. But yeah, Paul, it's your boy, Ray Tracing, and I just wanted to show my appreciation for your appreciation. Not a lot of people know what goes on into the making of those puddles and all those reflections within 4K. See, I dig you, brother, because you appreciate all the hard work and all the dedication that goes on to it. They think it's easy. They think it just happens out of nowhere. And JD's not a believer, and I'm saddened by that, but I appreciate you, Paul, for giving me the recognition that I so rightfully deserve. I appreciate you. JD, get it together. Love the show. Have a good one, y'all.
What? Shout out to Ray Tracing. He's real. He is a real person. He's not just puddles. He's not just reflections. Ray Tracing is a real person. JD, you heard it. You believe in him now.
I hate y'all so much that how did that fourth wall break even get in here, bro? That was funny. That was very funny. And I actually Raymondo
Oh my God.
Raymondo Ray Tracing Williams. Yo, I can't.
Ray Tracing is real. Yo,
that's got to be a bit now. Raymondo, you got to send us a voicemail every week. Every time I disrespect you.
Every time.
That was very funny.
Ray Tracing. Shout out to you.
He said, now listen, Brother Paul supports Ray Tracing, but Brother JD does not believe in Ray Tracing. What the fudge? What was that?
Oh my God. Ray Tracing. Thank you so much.
All right, that's a perfect.
Such glory these last few weeks.
That is a perfect place to stop our podcast. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. Support us by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts, a written review. It helps us boost into the algorithm. 5 stars also helps. Don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, to hit that like button, share, links in the description below. Paul is there. Follow him on Twitch. Follow him on Instagram, wherever it is that he creates content. YouTube as well. Cyberpunk's coming. Paul will be streaming it, he says. We'll see what happens. And you know what to do. If you like my content, hey, hit the like button, turn on notifications, and keep the gravy train going. We've been doing this for X amount of years, and we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it moving. We're almost at episode 50, Paul. Let's make it consistent. All right, y'all. Thank you again, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.
Peace out, people.